Welcome to another parenting video. These are basically videos that you can watch within 5 minutes and take away tips and strategies that you can use in your parenting. And today we're going to be looking at traps that you fall into when you're trying to manage misbehaviour. Now, I was in the newsagents and I saw a young couple with their daughter, and she was asking for a toy, and she said, "Oh, mummy, I want this." She picked up some toy. It wasn't cheap. It was about £8, and the dad was saying, "Oh, I can't buy it for you. I can't buy it for you." He's being very gentle and very kind, and the little girl persisted. She wasn't crying or having a tantrum, but she persisted and said, "No, Daddy, I want that." And eventually, and I could see that the dad did not want to buy it for the child because it was expensive or whatever. Eventually he gave in, and I was watching that and I'm thinking, "Oh, he's done the wrong thing." Which leads me to the first tip, that when we say no to our children, it's really important to stick to our guns and not to go back on our word. Now, in a situation like that, where children persist and eventually you give in, what it's teaching the child is, if I keep whinging and whining and screaming, eventually mum or dad, they're going to give in, and they're going to say, "Yes, it's fine." So it's simple psychology, folks. It's not rocket science. Moving on to the second thing. Have you ever heard a parent say to their child when they've done something wrong or naughty, "You're grounded for the rest of your life"? Do you think that's really going to happen? No. It's really important that when we are setting consequences for our children, that we make sure they are things which we are going to see through and carry out. Otherwise, the message we're giving to the children is, when mum or dad says, "Well, if you don't eat your dinner, we're not gonna take you to the park," the child's not going to take us seriously. Moving on to the third thing. When we are managing misbehaviour, it's really important that our expectations of our children are realistic. Now, I remember when I was doing the parenting class as a parent, we were being shown the video, and it was a video. It was in New Zealand, so I'm gonna show you what happened. Put on the accent a little bit. So there was a mum and her son, and she was cooking the rice, and she said to the son, he was 13, she said, "I'm going to the shop, finish cooking the rice." So she left, and of course the son, he just stood there scratching his head, and mum came back, and of course the rice was burnt, and she said, "How could you be so stupid?" So the third point I'm trying to make is, we have to have realistic expectations of our children in order to set clear boundaries. So, for example, if you have a 6-year-old and there's a basket of washing and you're asking her to bring the washing up the stairs, is that feasible? Is it something that she can carry? Is it too big for her? Is it too heavy? So these are things that we have to think about. So that was our video. Join me again next time for some more parenting strategies.